Hello guys, welcome back to our channel Market Thesis. Here are the charts we are going to do the technical analysis of. So let's start with S&P 500 SPX. We have drawn a technical pattern, chart pattern. We were expecting this to go further after a pullback from here, and it can go to the breakdown from here. And after that breakdown trap, this was a trap, and after the breakdown trap, it may start reversal very fast, and it is going towards the new fresh all-time high. So let's discuss more about this on Aspire ETF, which is the ETF of S&P 500. So we were doing more better technical analysis into this thing because most of the people do trades in Aspire. So let's start with this. So this were the support range and this were the resistance range. We were expecting to trade in a range from these levels, so it was trading in the same range, and after this level we were expecting it to continue to go further higher, and after trapping all those bulls on the upside, it may start falling very fast towards downside levels, which will be the very next level of 735 or 732, which were the last support area. But it gets a very big drop where the prices where seems like it is continuing its breakdown momentum, but from the very next day it shows a very strong gap up opening, and from that day it is still recovering and trying to go to the all-time fresh new high. So I'm expecting it to touch 765 level. From here, more 1.5% of further from current levels. So after that it can start its trend and may continue to fall towards bottom, which would be the next support level would be 740, 738, and then after that next support would be the 732 or 725, these levels, these kind of levels. And we can see a few consolidation days here, and after that if it goes break down again, it may continue to come towards 705 or 702 levels. So next thing is the Nasdaq, and on Nasdaq price is not hitting the all-time fresh new high, but it seems little weak. So let's do the analysis of Nasdaq with the QQQ ETF. So let's start with the technical thing. Here is the resistance area. It has touched almost 4 to 5 times, but after the breakdown of this low, we were discussing the next support would be 660 level, and after hitting exactly 661 low, price started getting a very sharp recovery and come towards the nearest resistance area. From these levels, if it would close above 700, then we can expect the next days of target of 710, which is more than 1.5%. And after that, we can expect it to touch the trend line, which will be the final resistance area. And after that, we can see the final consolidation zone for next few more days or maybe 1 or 2 weeks. So let's come to the Bitcoin. Bitcoin is trading in a range, and I'm expecting it to still trade in a range. The major big range is from 67,000 to 62,000, and it has been trading from very long time, like from the June month. It's been almost more than 2 months. It is still trading in the same range. It is trying to trap some days in the sellers, but there is still pending bull trap. So we may see a very sharp recovery where the price can go up to 66,000, 67 and 68,000, but you still have to be prepared for that. And after the breakout, that might be a trap. You have to be aware about that, and you must be protect your position with a strict stop losses. And in gold is similar, trading in a small kind of range, and it is still trading in a range. I'm expecting it to trade in the same range until it is breakdown, until it will show the breakdown of 3,950 levels or 4,150 levels with a good closing on daily basis with a strong volume also. And here is the dollar index thing. We were expecting the dollar index to continue for the upward momentum, but it has failed and still trying to continue to go toward the lower support area. If you look on the weekly chart, there might be still a sign. If it closes above 101 or 100.5, there might be a very high chance it is going to break out of 101.5 and continue towards the level of 104. So let's come to the VIX. VIX is trading at a very lower range, and I'm expecting it to jump from these levels because the average level is around 17.5 and it is still trading around 15.8, 15.79. So VIX is already at low, so there might be a kind of volatility or market like may correct furthermore, so we can see a very good jump in VIX. So here is the next thing, which is crude oil. On crude oil, my analysis on the daily chart is kind of similar. It has filled the gap, and from these level I am telling you that it may get a very sharp recovery, and after that pullback, after a sharp recovery, it is still preparing it to continue for the upward next momentum, where the price may continue to hit the level of $100 per barrel. So there is another thing, which is IWM. It is showing a breakout of the trend line, but this is not a confirmation until the close is above 297 or the psychological level of 300. If it closes above 297, there will be the next resistance at 300 of just 1% of upside, and if it closes above 300, there would be a very good levels we can expect in IWM towards 308 and 312, which is almost more than 3 to 4% of upside. And if you look at the SpaceX is still into the bearish term, and if you look on the 4-hour time frame, it is still falling down, and we can see here it is making 1 or 2 green candle. After that it can continue towards downside with the 4 or 5 continue red candle. So we must have to be protect our position with a strict stop loss if you are here for trading. But if you are here for long-term investing, so you can start do dollar cost averaging below the level of $100 per stock.